Hi, welcome to my channel. It's Hila here, Hila at home. Today I have a slightly different video for you today. So one of the things that we love doing is going camping as a family. And since restrictions have lifted here in the United Kingdom, we did go camping to the Lake District, and it was a trip that we were supposed to take before everything happened, and then we kept on postponing it and postponing it until finally it happened and we were able to go, and it was fantastic. But what we also realized whilst we were there was that during this 18-month period of lockdown, the children have grown so much taller that they had outgrown the tent that we had. So when we came back, we had to go to Winfield's Outdoors and take a look at some tents, and we bought a new tent. We're currently waiting for the tent carpet and the footprint, but otherwise we'll show that in another video because it is an amazing tent. But the other thing that we also realized was that our camping kitchen needed a little bit of an upgrade. So whilst we were there at Winfield's Outdoors, I also picked up some stuff for our camping kitchen. Because here's a tip: if you actually do go camping, one of the things that I do is I have my bullet journal with me, which I keep with me all the time. I will have a page on there where I just make a few notes, as I'm actually experiencing the camping situation and what have you, and kind of think, oh, this didn't work, this could possibly work. And when you're walking around the campsite, of course, you get to see what other campers are doing, what they also have, and you can get ideas and inspiration versus reading blog posts or things like that, but actually being there, seeing people using stuff. I feel like it's a much better basis for making buying decisions. And so I always try and do that, and I always enjoy that. So I just wanted to show you some of the things that we got for our camping kitchen, because with this particular upgrade session that we were doing, I decided to mainly focus on the experience, the eating experience, which of course means it's the camping kitchen. So what I also like to do, this is top tip number 2, is that after every camping holiday that we've had, I pick a particular aspect of the camping experience that I focus on upgrading, and that means normally either selling off or donating any of the older things and then upgrading the other stuff. So let me show you some of the kitchen stuff that we have. So in our previous camping kitchen, we were using these IKEA plastic plates with the lids, the ones that they sell in the children's section. But it just wasn't working as well for things like rice, because this time around we decided to do some rice with a chicken curry, which was delicious and gorgeous. And I will post that when I post our camping experience vlog, because that's just going to be so much fun to share. So one of the things that they had at Winfield's was these lipped bowls, which work well for breakfast when you've got toast as well. They're big enough for toast. And then they are deep bowls that you can actually use for things like rice, or if you make, say, a chili con carne, and you can just scoop it off with the pita bread or something like that. So I got 7 of those for us in these 2 different colors, which is pretty awesome. And we also got like these really cheap. These ones were £4 for 4, a pack of £4 for 4. And these are just really simple, small ones. And the idea is that this is where things like your sliced cucumbers will go, your shredded lettuce will go for when we're having burgers. So great addition. So they're plastic, very easy to look after, very easy to clean. Also got these, I think the brand is called Highlander. So yeah, Highlander Adventure Equipment. So we also got these plastic mugs. So we've had 2 of these plastic mugs that we got from Go Outdoors, which is a big camping outlet here in the United Kingdom. But the size of these are pretty awkward because they don't fit in the, when you're in your car, you've got the door and a slot for things to put into your door. And when we are traveling for long distances, I'll keep some water in a water bottle and some cups there for if anybody gets thirsty, we can just pour some water, pass it back, and then they'll drink it. But these ones never quite fit in well. And these ones are slimmer and they fit in perfectly, and they can sit in the cup holders in the car. So I got more of these, and these ones are just going to get donated. Okay, so I decided to upgrade our cutlery set, and I picked this one up from, I think it was Matalan. So Matalan is a great place if you wanted to buy some other kitchen stuff. And this was £8 for 16 pieces. And I quite liked them because they've got this solid handle. Now, previously, the cutlery kit that I was using, I had picked that up from a pound shop. And as you can imagine, it wasn't the best quality. So it's one of those that if you're not careful when you're watching it, when you're washing, doing the washing up, it will literally sort of like cut into your skin because something about the manufacturing process. So consequently, the spoons that were doing that, when you're eating with them, you had to be so careful because they could cut into the software. So anyway, it was really bad. Moral of the story is don't buy cutlery from a pound shop unless it's plastic cutlery. So I was very happy to finally get these. And the idea is that these are going to go into a caddy. So here's another top tip for camping, right? It's don't borrow stuff from your daily lives into the camping kitchen. It's so much easier to do camping when you've got your camping kitchen sets and you just pack them away, versus trying to say when you're going camping, then you're trying to remember to pack the knife, to pack the can opener, to pack the whatever. And then when you've come back, putting them back again, it's just easier to have there's your camping knife, your camping cutlery, and it all just stays in a caddy ready for you to just pick it up and take it away. So this is the other thing that we upgraded. So one of the things that we enjoy doing is teaching the kids how to cook when we're camping. And in fact, there are days where they are responsible for making their own breakfast, and they have to, whether they want spam, they want eggs or whatever, they have to do it all by themselves. And what we realized was that we didn't have decent enough spatulas, and we were using the same silicone spatula that we had when we started camping about 7 years ago. And so at Winfield's Outdoors, we got this nifty little lovely camping kit things. And what's nice about this is, unlike your normal ones for your kitchen, these are quite smaller and compact. And so these will fit in easily into the camping kitchen caddy. And they come, so I'm not even going to throw out this thing. And I thought they were very well priced at £2.99 as well. So this little hanger is also a caddy for keeping them in, because it goes like this and you can slide them off, which is very useful for packing and storage and making sure that you've all got the egg flipper, the serving spoon, the drainer spoon, and the ladle. So very, very happy with that. And the other thing that we picked up from Winfield's is a toaster, because we thoroughly damaged one of our camping pans by using it for to toast the bread. Well, we weren't actually toasting, we were frying the bread in order to create the impression of toasted bread. So we're going to try out this Dynasty toaster, and the idea is that it just goes over the portable gas fire that we'll have, and it will toast it over. And it seems quite durable, actually. So we picked this up from there. It was available on Amazon, but it was more expensive on Amazon for some reason. But yeah, so we're reporting back on how we get on with this. The kids are super excited to try this out, because toast is one of those really easy breakfast things that you can do well. So this one isn't quite an upgrade so much as it is a new thing. So we don't actually have a camping table, because there's 7 of us, so you can imagine in terms of the size that you would require. And we try and pack everything into one car. We don't have a trailer or anything like that. So kitchen table has always been the lowest of the priorities. But this time around, we just kept thinking there's got to be a way that we can have a small table of sorts, because we normally just sort of like sit down on some picnic blankets, and it's our so-called table. And whilst we were at Winfield's looking for something else, we noted that there was this table, this kitchen table, that folds down, very, very compact, as you can see. And it's from Zempire, which is a New Zealand brand. And they do some amazing camping stuff, actually, because we were looking at some of the Zempire tents, which are pretty awesome. We didn't end up buying a Zempire tent because they didn't quite have one that had the design configuration. But this is banging. And it comes in this, and it's got a bamboo lid. There you go. And it's really, really nice. So it's small enough that we'll be able to use it as sort of like a buffet table. So I'm really excited about using this for our next camping trip, which hopefully should be to Scotland over the summer. So that's the other thing that we got, which is an addition to elevating our camping eating experience. Right, we also picked up some gas for the jet boil that we use for making coffee. Because even when we're camping, we need to have that coffee, and this thing is amazing. I should do a separate review post about this because this is just, it's been a game changer. It looks so small, but it is so awesome because you can just boil water anywhere. So even when we've been camping and driving across Europe, we'd stop at these lay-bys and we wanted coffee, you just grab this, just pop it on those picnic tables, and voila, some fresh smelling coffee to be had. And so, yeah, this is a really banging thing. But we ran out, and before that, we had the smaller canisters for it. And we ran out during the camping trip, which was really, really frustrating because it was 2 days into the camping. And then the rest of it, we didn't have any coffee. We were having to stop by places to buy coffee, which in the Lake District where we were was a really lovely, secluded place. So you kind of had to go a little bit further out to find places that had coffee. And in fact, my 16-year-old son was just so desperate for coffee. He was just like, I'll just have it in cold water. I'm going to dissolve the instant coffee in cold water and I would just have it, which was really funny. And I might have had a sip of that as well because I was just so desperate for that coffee boost. But yeah, we bought these online, and this should probably last us, at least 4 or 5 camping trips. So that's that. Okay, this is something that I got from walking around the campsite that we're at and seeing. And I just saw people drinking from these lovely acrylic wine glasses. I was just like, oh, I want that. Because we did have some, I can't remember, it was some sparkling wine of some sort that we had. And I was drinking it out of a mug like this. And it just didn't, I was just like, yeah, it's okay. But then when I saw people drinking out of this, I just thought that just looked really lovely. And I thought, I could picture myself, just sort of like sitting after we've managed to feed the kids and we've done the washing up and whatever, and the kids are just playing around and doing stuff and just sitting there and sipping from something that looks like a wine glass. And it's just a little way of elevating the experience. So I picked up 2 of these from Winfield's Outdoors. And there was a goblet, which was much shorter and stouter, but my husband was like, no, go on, let's get these ones. So I was very happy. So this is a luxury, it's not a necessity, but it's just going to elevate the camping experience. So also in terms of luxury, just little things to elevate the camping experience, I got some fairy lights, right? And these are outdoor fairy lights. I went for a warm light because there's just something about a warm light. And the idea is that we can string these up around our camp, around our tent. So I'm keeping it in this little caddy here, which came with I bought a silk pillowcase a couple of weeks ago, and it came in this really nice Ziploc plastic bag. And that is where I'm keeping this with the batteries, and that's just going to go into the camping kitchen caddy. And so these fairy lights, they are just going to be for the camping kitchen. They've got, they're battery operated. We got 10 meters long so that we can really string them up and just, create a little bit of a lovely, twinkly, sparkly atmosphere. So it's just the little things that sort of elevate the experience. And I also saw a lot of campers who had, like little lanterns, like little Chinese lantern lights and some fairy lights. And it just looked really, really lovely. So decided to get these as well. And on the theme of organizing and stuff, I picked up this storage tent organizer. So this, it looked really good. I saw it in the shop and it was out, and it's like just a little dome-shaped hut with all of these cubby holes that you can use for stuff. And I think that this is going to be very, very useful, especially in terms of arranging the things to do with our kitchen stuff, so plates, cups, and what have you, because currently our kitchen cupboard that we have is a very, very small one. And when we are camping, we've had to sort of just have some of the things outside of the actual kitchen cupboard. So I'm hoping that this will help with that, but also because it packs down very small. We didn't see a kitchen cupboard that was packing down small enough because we've got a massive tent, so everything else has to be a bit on the smaller side and really compact. So this one is small enough to just be able to shove in under the seats or just, between two big things. And that's why we got this. And I'll be reporting back about how we get on with these ones. And then finally, the thing that we're upgrading is the actual caddies that we're using for our camping kitchen. So before, the box that we were using, the lid has got some ridges on it, which meant that you couldn't actually utilize it as a tabletop, Actually, let me show you what that looks like. So this is the old caddy that we were using, and as you can see, it doesn't go flat. So whenever we'd want to use it, it just wasn't working out well. So that's why I was like, we need to get these boxes that are flat so that we can actually use this as surfaces, especially during cooking or food preparation or something like that. And these are incredibly durable because these are, I think it's cleared for, so this is a heavy duty design and you can take up to 60 kilos on it. So we can also use this for sitting on, even though we've got the chairs, but if, it's good to have something that is actually useful like that. So I actually bought 4 of these, 2 of the 20 liters and 2 of the 50 liters, just upgrading those caddies that we keep the things in. And these top tip, super useful for compartmentalizing your camping gear. So we have this one for the kitchen, and then we'll have one with all of the sleeping gear and all of the stuff that we need. And so you just stack them on top of each other, which just makes it so much easier. We also got a camping can opener because we actually, every single time that we've come back from a camping trip, I've always thought, we need to get a can opener. We need to get a can opener because we've ended up having to use the knife, to sort of like cut through the cans if it wasn't the cans that have got the pull ring. Picked this one up from Wilco's. It's just an own brand can opener. I didn't want anything fancy. I just wanted something that was quite old fashioned. And we'll also get an opportunity to teach the kids how to use an old-fashioned can opener. And so, apart from the new tent, those are all of the things that we got to upgrade our camping gear in 2021. I am super excited to share with you the tent that we got. And I will also be posting out a vlog of our camping trip to the Lake District, which was really gorgeous. We were so lucky with the weather. And I will see you guys next time in that video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I wish you well, and I wish you blue skies, happiness, and health. Bye. Caddies, right? They've got the close and the open. So to close them, you do like that, and then they go like that. And then in order to open them, they'll let go because they've got these crocodile clips over here.